The first impression is often considered the paramount moment in any interaction. Understanding its psychological underpinning can be both fascinating and practical. Today, we delve into the psychology of first impressions. Facts you need to know. To start, research indicates that initial impressions form within a mere 7 seconds. In those fleeting moments, people tend to make quick judgments based on physical appearance, body language, facial expressions, and even the tone of voice. This process is a testament to the brain's incredible ability to process information rapidly. Remarkably, these first impressions are often surprisingly accurate. However, they are not immune to bias and misinterpretation. At the core of forming first impressions lies a psychological phenomenon known as thin slicing. Coined by psychologist Nalini Ambady, thin slicing refers to our brain's ability to make swift and surprisingly accurate assessments from minimal information. This skill has deep evolutionary roots. In ancestral environments, quickly evaluating whether a stranger was friend or foe could mean the difference between survival and danger. Thus, our brain developed this rapid assessment ability to help navigate the complexities of social interactions. First impressions aren't just limited to our conscious thoughts. Subconsciously, we are influenced by what psychologists call priming. This occurs when our exposure to certain stimuli, such as a cheerful song or a warm room, can shape our subsequent impressions and interactions. It's intriguing to consider how subtle environmental cues might sway our judgments without us even being aware. Moreover, let us look at the halo effect, a cognitive bias wherein the perception of one positive trait creates an overly favorable evaluation of an individual. For example, an attractive person might be perceived as more intelligent or capable simply due to their appearance. This effect illustrates how first impressions can often cloud our judgment, emphasizing traits we value based on limited information. Conversely, there is the horn effect, which works in the opposite manner, where a negative first impression can overshadow all other attributes. This is particularly pertinent in situations where initial missteps can lead individuals to be unfairly judged or misunderstood. Studies show that these biases are influenced by past experiences, personal values, and societal norms. It's also important to note the role of emotions in first impressions. Emotions often serve as the invisible thread in personal evaluations. A smile, confident posture, or a warm greeting can create a perception of friendliness and competence. This is because positive emotions trigger the brain's reward system, increasing the likelihood of gauging a person sympathetically. Furthermore, technology has reshaped the landscape of creating first impressions. In an increasingly digital world, how one's email is phrased or what one's social media profile conveys can create strong first impressions, often before any face-to-face interaction. The digital realm, therefore, challenges the traditional cues we rely on, demanding an adaptation of our impression-forming strategies. Now, with this understanding, how can we better navigate the complexity of first impressions in our own lives? Awareness indeed is the first step. By recognizing the biases that affect initial perceptions, we can strive towards a more balanced evaluation when meeting someone new. Practicing mindfulness in interactions can temper the snap judgments our brains are predisposed to make. Moreover, emphasizing authenticity can significantly alter the dynamics of a first meeting. Authenticity fosters trust and transparency, breaking down preconceived barriers that initial judgments may erect. Engaging sincerely, making eye contact, and actively listening are invaluable tools for transcending the automatic responses triggered by first impressions. Throughout our exploration of the psychology of first impressions, it's clear that while our brains are wired to judge quickly, we have the tools and knowledge to refine this process. First impressions hold undeniable power, yet with conscious effort, we can strive for deeper understanding, more meaningful connections, and fairness in our evaluations of others. In conclusion, the psychology of first impressions combines innate human instincts with learned biases acquired through personal experience and societal influence. By acknowledging and understanding these influencing factors, we can better approach each new interaction, turning those vital initial moments into opportunities for genuine connection. First impressions may be lasting, but they need not be defining. With reflection and effort, we can ensure they are a starting point towards richer, more nuanced relationships.